have a ball. Force the people to eat out of your hand. Kill the illusion and watch the confusion. We know how to be a mess. All the places we have crashed. Oh, and we know how to be a hot mess, hot mess. All the places we have crashed. Oh, and we know how to run these streets. We know how to be a mess. We know how to be a hot mess, hot mess. All the places we have crashed. Oh, and we know how to run these streets. We know how to be a mess. It's calling me like the rainbow. It's calling me like the rainbow. The rainbow. It's calling me like the rainbow. It's calling me like the rainbow. The rainbow. I can't control it. My eyes are wide open. It's calling me like the rainbow. It's calling me like the rainbow. The rainbow.
Look at what we can find, because it seems that welcome everybody. I am probably not sounding all that well because of something. Let me reset this one quickly, and that should do the trick if everything is fine. No, it does not. Okay, so that means that we today need to there you go.
There we go. Now it's okay. Welcome everybody. Welcome to BrickCondo, TechCondo. That's what we're going to do. Wow. Welcome to TechCondo, technology. Of course, that's what we're talking about today in today's technology show. It's a bit of a different beast for me because, as you probably know, is that I have been working on starting up a new hobby channel, if I may say it like that, just in order to talk about one of my favorite hobbies next to, of course, the technology part of it, and that is the Lego brick. Hence BrickCondo, hence TechCondo for technology. And today, of course, we will be going through all of kinds of technology stuff. Now, 8 o'clock will be, of course, the time on Saturdays to talk about all kinds of different things. And because it's the first time in a long time that I'm actually starting things up again, I wanted to keep it a little bit quiet for you guys, so that it's for maybe for any reason something goes wrong, I I can start 1 week later. However, in this case, I am here. I'm live. So let's get started. So what I want to do today is I want to go through the studio as it is right now. I want to also explain why the strange summer, if I may say it like that, what happened, but I can actually show that because I can do that during the studio tour, just to show you how everything is going. And then I'm gonna talk about the plans for this year and next year. So if you like that, then that's great. Then we can have a discussion on that. So let's get started. Again, welcome to the show. Of course. So let's just talk about the things that we're going to do the coming few weeks so that you are aware of that, what you can expect. And also moving forward, what we're going to do the coming few months. So if you want to support the show, then go ahead and go to that address that you see here below. But before I do that, let's go and talk about what you can expect the coming weeks and why. And then we'll do a behind the scenes. And during the behind the scenes, I will also explain to you why it is simply not possible in a good way to have this kind of show in the summer months. I have to explain that. All right, let's go on and first start with what you can expect. So, well, let's also then include the reason for the break. So, earlier on, the last couple of years, I have been doing also taekwondo throughout the summer. However, what I could do during the summer is that I could actually go out and about to, in real live streaming, going to an event or going to some other places and talk to you about, for example, live view or whatever. This year with COVID, that was very difficult to do, and it was also, well, it's not that it was illegal to get out, but it was basically, they said you only go out when you need to. So it's like, yeah, so in real life streaming was not a good option during this summer. So that made it very difficult for me to at least go out of the studio. Now, and you might think, but Petra, you have a great studio. Why not within the studio? And there you have the other problem, and that is that during the summer months, and then I'm talking specifically from the period halfway June to halfway September, so actually to this week, it is typically a lot of time very, very hot here in the Netherlands. Now, it's of course also occasionally less because we live quite north, but because of this condo is very new, that means that once heat is in the house, it will also result in a very long time before it gets out of this, which is for the winter it's perfect. That's exactly what I want. But for the summer, it's actually the opposite. I want to have it very cold in the night if it would be possible. However, that is not possible. Now, that does mean that I have a air conditioning. Now, I don't know how it's in your place, in your neck of the woods, but here in the Netherlands, if you have your house, your own house, then it's definitely okay to get a air conditioning that is possible. Energy is quite expensive here in the Netherlands, but people do that, and it is really easily to do. Well, easily between brackets. It's okay. It's something that you can do. Here in the Netherlands, however, if you live in an apartment building, like here, condo, right, it is not legally possible to put a split unit here, to install a split unit, unless you have a majority of all of the people that live here in the complex, plus the legal documents need to be changed. So you can imagine there's a lot of if then else's there, and a lot of people do not want to go that route, and I can imagine that as well. So what I needed to do was to create to use a mobile AC, a mobile air conditioning unit. Now, the only location, believe it or not, where I can actually use a air conditioning is right here in the studio. As a matter of fact, it is, I could actually touch it right like this if it would be here. It's not here at the moment, and that we'll show that in a minute, but it's not here at the moment. But that does mean that once it's on, you cannot use the studio because of the loudness of the air conditioning. So moving forward, there's a long blah 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 here, but so moving forward, unless I can do in real life streams, there will not be a in studio recording or video from mid-June all the way to mid-September moving forward. So that is indeed 3 months a year that there's no show from this studio. That sounds like a very long time, and I can imagine. And it's actually not that I'm not going to do anything in that period, but it's so difficult to plan in those 3 months that I'm not going to, make that as a standard. So moving forward, halfway June to halfway September, no stream from this studio. Again, if I can go out with the live view, going in real live streams, or maybe from the States or something where I have like the possibility to go live, I will go live. It's not that I don't want to go live. It's just that it's so hot here here at the moment. It is already. I cannot. Well, I can't actually tell you because I know that. At the moment here in the studio, it is 20. It's waiting. Still waiting. Maybe it's not switched on. But it is definitely 23, 24 degrees Celsius. So it is now. It's okay-ish. But next week it's gonna get a little bit hotter. But for just 1 week, I'm just totally fine with that. Just an FYI. So it's not that because of course it can already start in April. But that's the reason why I'm saying from mid-June to mid-September moving forward. And that's the last one. I will also not make videos during on the Christmas weekend and the New Year's weekend. Those 2 weekends are also off limits, but because of some other things that have to do with another thing, and that is of course that you might know is that I do have a streaming company, so I stream local events, and typically those are really important weekends. So those are already also known that that's not possible. All right, now that's out of the way. Now, what can you expect from halfway September all the way to halfway May? Well, I can tell you, the coming few weeks, I will walk you through my studio setup. I will show you the ins and outs a little bit, and the idea is that I will keep it high level. So if you're new to technology, don't worry, it's not going to be, well, you see a lot of technology, but I will explain it very easy and very high level, for sure. But the idea is that you guys can actually, tell me, vote for it. What is the thing that you're most interested for me to talk about? Because I want the coming year to really focus on the studio. What did I do? What did I buy? Why did I buy it? Why should you use a microphone, and why this exact microphone and not the one that I'm using to talk to you right now, for example? That those small things will come the coming weeks, months. Today I'm going to go very high level through the studio, just for you guys to get a little bit of a grasp on what you see. Then I want to next week start to talk about vMix, which is the streaming software of choice. But what I will do next week is that I will remove everything, the whole shebang, except for what I strictly need to start the show. I will remove everything and start from scratch. Why? Because of all of the changes that I've done throughout the last couple of weeks and months. A lot of things are not working anymore. Like for instance, the whole start of the show is not automated anymore, and I want to automate it again and make sure that everything is good to go, so that I can 100% focus on you as my viewer, because you are important to me. And if you are here, please let me know that you're here by saying hi in the comments, like my dad does, which is really awesome that he shows that. Now, this is not the correct, so let me fix that quickly. Like I said, it's not working perfectly at the moment for some reason. I have no clue why, but that is also fixed. So if I do it now, then it should work. Boom, there you go. That's my dad, who is here live. Okay, so now it's time to get my phone out in the open and start things up. And what I'm doing is that I'm going to use NDI as my means to show you around my studio. I will make sure that you will remain via this microphone right here. So it might be that sometimes I'm a little bit less that you can hear me, but I'll try to do my best. So let's go to the other side, and here you go, and here you see what I meant. So this is the switching software that I use. That's my that's vMix. This is the switcher software that I use, and as you can see, there's a lot of things going on right here. But like I showed you just recently, sometimes something doesn't really work right. Like for example, the audio is not correctly doing the things that I need. The timer was not really working anymore. So basically, I have to redo everything here. Now that is really because I have been playing a lot with this. This is not software related. It's just human error. So that's this screen right there. The other screen right here is that live you can actually give in some comments, and I can actually just go ahead and click on this comment and just say send, and then you will see that popping up right there in your screen, which is really cool that that's working. And for example, Kathleen is also in the house, so let's get Kathleen's there, and I can say send, boom, hello, she says. So that is really cool. Now again, so we're going to go very fast across everything. The idea is that during this small behind the scenes, just give me some hints on what you want me to talk about a little bit more, so that you know, I can use that also for future streams. Next to this, you'll see, of course, my keyboard. This is a nice keyboard. It does make a lot of noise, but I do like to hold the touch feel, but I don't really use it during the show, but I do use it for the creation of the stream, and also some pre-stuff that I need to do to get it done. And of course, I've got my mouse. This is one that I really use quite a lot, especially now because of some issues that I'm facing with the triggers. That's what it's called. and this is the Stream Deck that I'm using. And normally everything would be entered. So if I click on this button right here, it will automatically start the countdown timer, for example. And I also used to have a Stinger, which is not working anymore. Oh, it is working. No, there you go. That one worked. Oh, okay. So that's how long it has been the last couple of months or weeks that I've not been working here. There you have the camera that you are watching, and you can actually see that there's not so much space behind the camera because that's it. That's all there is. And here you'll see some converters that I'm using to bring these cameras, because I have two cameras, into the shot. I'm using NDI as the means to get everything organized, because it also allows me to use this camera also for other computers. So for example, if I need to add an additional camera or something to a different computer, it's really easy for me to do. So that's that one right there, and another one is right here. So actually the really cool thing is that this Manfrotto arm can be adjusted so that this camera can go all the way to here, and then it points roughly like so, which makes it also easy to show you some products. So that is really nice. And of course, it also has a current mode, which is this one right there. So now you can see how I did that right there. So this is basically everything that I'm using here in the studio. Next to that, I have a GoXLR, this product right here. Actually, I'm using only this fader and that fader. So this is the system audio. So if I have an interview, I'll make sure that let me switch it off. I just turn it on and I can hear my interviewee. If I want to bring in then some music, I can, if I would like, add this fader as well. And it is possible to use this also for the famous bleep. So if I want to bleep something, then this is the way that it goes. So that is something that you just heard. And I'm using this mic right here. I actually well, the whole this idea is really from David Foster from Live Streaming Pros. I love this setup. Really, it's a really nice setup, and I just wanted to mention that. Next to that, I am using in-ears. These I created those myself. The design itself. I mean, I love these in-ears for interview work, so I'm using those. This is just basically some iPhone stuff. And that is roughly what I'm looking at. Now, the table that I'm using is an IKEA table, a high riser, which you can use for dining and that kind of stuff. But it's small. But what I like about it is because it's high, it gives me a more overview. And to show that, I can actually go like this, and then you see that there's another table, and that's where the AC used to be, the air conditioning. So that white area right here, that's all AC. So you can imagine if the AC is right here, that makes a lot of noise. Hence, the last couple of weeks have been a major issue to go here because of course the loudness of the air conditioning when it was really hot. So that is also, by the way, my new table that I'm using for my Lego hobby. So I'm using that as a Lego hobby table, but also for other things that I just have a lot of space, that I want to have a lot of space, but also good lighting, because of course I do have lighting. I've got one there and one here. So I've got two pieces of lights right there, and I've got one right there also. So that whole area is nicely lit up and it really looks fine. That Dyson blower. That one is really important because I don't have a lot of ventilation in the studio, and that will help me to get some ventilation here. So that's the reason why it's there. And next to that, I also have, of course, an additional computer right here. It's at the moment not doing anything. However, I am using this for example, if I want to bring in some low thirds for subs and super chats and that kind of stuff, then this computer will make sure that that happens, and so that it's unloaded from the mainstream computer. As you can see, I also have the Go XLR Mini right there, the same thing as the other one that's right here. The only thing is that it doesn't add this part, and this part is a processing unit, so that's not there, but all the other functions are nicely there. And then if I go up a little bit, I have some Lego sets. Like I mentioned, I am a Lego person. I love Lego a lot. But here you also have some live view units that I use for my on location work. Actually, I have to change this one for tomorrow's church service. So we have a church service every weekend, and we're using the live view for the connection, and that is basically the studio. Let me see. Oh yeah, one more thing. I also have this big microphone for my radio work. So I am also a volunteer at the local radio station, and if I have to work from home because of COVID or something, I have the software that I need to get that to get my show on the road. So I have this right here to work on that. And that's roughly it that I have. So let's go back, and let's go back to the oh, not that one, sorry about that, right there, that's the one. So that is what I wanted to show you. So I wanted to give you an idea about the studio in a very highlighted form. It's not very detailed, and that's also on purpose. Why am I doing that? I want you as a viewer, and I will give you 1 full week from now to give me examples of what you really like me to talk about the coming year. So we have a year until the halfway June. So like I said earlier on in the show, between half of June and half of September, it's too hot here in the studio, so I'll only want to go out to have in real life streams, or well, basically have some time off, but definitely not in the studio. But in between that time and this time, I really would like you to really talk about in depth in all the aspects of the show. So please let me know what you would like to know. What I do want to also say is that next week, I'm ready because I need it, is that I will go through vMix. I will go with a clean slate. I will remove everything fully, and I will bring back the whole production from scratch. So we will start with a clean slate, with the exception, of course, of audio, one camera, and the start of the show, but nothing more. So you will learn everything. You will learn how to bring in cameras, how to bring in audio separately, how to use the triggers so that things will happen automatically, like lower thirds that could pop up automatically, like maybe picture in pictures, how you can do that, how to bring in comments, which I will do. I see comments popping in at the moment. I will come to you definitely. So let me know. Let me help you. So help me help you. That's what I wanted to say. Help me help you by giving me some insights on what you are interested in. So that's next week. The week after, if you like, I also have immediately another idea which is roughly related, is that I can also then show you what I did for the local church. What are the steps that we did to do that? Well, I think that there's a lot to do. There's a lot of gear here that we can talk about. We can also talk about strategies. So why should you buy this and not that? That kind of stuff. But please keep it technical. I'm not a marketing person, to be honest. But if it's about technicalities, I will probably know how to fix it for you. So let me know. Anyway, I see that Rob is also in the house. Looks really good again. Thank you, Rob. Really appreciate it. We just started the show officially again this week, so it's good to have you back. And Kathleen says that it's really cool, and that I'm really happy that you guys find that a really cool idea as well. So I'm really pumped to go back to a weekly process. So every single Saturday at 8 p.m. Central European Time, we will go live for half an hour or 3/4 of an hour, and we will take one point and we will talk about that. But it's really up to you guys what you would like to see. I really strongly believe in community, so let me know what you like. And what I didn't show you is behind the scenes. So there's also a lot of additional gear, like boxes with cables, and so maybe organization might be one that we can also talk about at later stage one day. But at the moment, it's like crazy. It's not looking very good there, so I just don't want to show you. Just don't tell anybody. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very, very much for being here, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Again, if you have any ideas, just leave it in the comments and I'll get to you. That's both on Facebook and on YouTube. See you around. Bye.